Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Shawna Robins. I am a best-selling author, a board-certified health and wellness coach, and a sleep expert. And if you are looking for ways to level up your sleep, you have come to the right spot. This is my YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe down below. Take a look at the videos that I have to offer for you. And I hope you find what you're looking for here, which is a good night's sleep. Ideally 7 to 9 uninterrupted hours of sleep, which I know feels daunting to a lot of people, especially a lot of women, especially if you're peri or postmenopause. So if that is you, fear not, you are in the right place. All right, so today we are going to talk about sleep and anxiety. So sometimes it's hard to know what came first, right? The chicken or the egg. Do you not sleep because your anxiety is up, or are you anxious because you don't sleep? Well, the answer is yes, yes, yes. So if this is you, please stop right now beating yourself up over not only your anxiety, but also your insomnia, if that's what you're struggling with, or your restless sleep, or your lack of deep sleep. Because this is something that women deal with around the world. I coach women, in an international forum, and women deal with insomnia, especially women. 1 in 4 women actually worldwide deal with insomnia. And a lot of it comes from the fact that we have a very challenging time turning our brains off. Why? Why do women have this? Well, because we are blessed with brains that work like spider webs. If you've ever heard that analogy, we have brains where we are able to use both hemispheres at the same time, as opposed to men who use one hemisphere at a time and then the other. They have the latter brains where they can do one thing at a time and then do the next thing. We can do the spider webs. We can do many things at one time. We are masters at multitasking, but because of that, it's very, very hard to turn our brains off, especially at night. So if this is you, I'm going to give you some tips. I have 6 tips that hopefully will help you with this. And if you're dealing with chronic anxiety or you have an anxiety disorder, certainly I hope that you find a lot of value in this that can help you find your way back to sleep if you've lost your path. All right, so here we are. Tip number 1, every day you want to try to move your body. And I know that when you're feeling anxious or if you're in a state of depression, it's very, very hard to get up and move your body, but I really want to encourage you to do that. And I want you to do it every day, minimum 5 days a week, ideally 7 days a week. And it doesn't have to be, something that's really intense. It could be just walking your dog outside. It could be jumping on the trampoline with your kids. It could be, dancing to music that you like, something that is really enjoyable for you, that gets your heart rate up. Possibly if you could use some weight training, do some plank or anything that you can do to lift small hand weights, that would be even better. But you really want to be able to move your body every single day, 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week. That is going to be a huge stress reliever for you. It really helps you to manage your anxiety, and it also helps to get your blood flow going. It helps to build your happy neurotransmitters in your brain, your serotonin, your dopamine, and it helps to just allow you, it gives you a break, gives your body a break, and it gives it what it needs to help you sleep at night. So moving your body every day is a key factor in battling anxiety, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. Number 2, you want to build a strong sleep sanctuary. You really want to make sure that your bedroom is really for only 2 things, and that is sleep and sex, nothing else. You don't want to watch TV in there. You don't want to check your emails in there. You don't want to be on your computer in there. You want to make sure that it is cool. And when I say cool, obviously if you're postmenopausal or perimenopausal like I am, cool is something that doesn't always happen at night. And so you really want to make sure that your bedroom either has great airflow, or you can use a chili pad, or you make sure that you don't get too warm in the evening when you're trying to sleep, because that can definitely rob you of your sleep. And if you wake up with a hot flash, or you wake up because you're uncomfortable, then you're up, right? And you can't get yourself back to sleep. And so we want to avoid that at all costs. So you want your bedroom to be cool, and you want it to be dark. If you can see your hand in front of your face at night, your bedroom is not dark enough. So find a way to darken your bedrooms, blackout shades, using an eye mask is a great one. Whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that your environment is dark and cool and quiet. That's the last thing. If you have a partner that snores, or you have a kid in your bed, or a pet in your room that's noisy, it's really important that you make sure that your bedroom is quiet. I have clients that use earplugs. They use white noise machines. In fact, I was in a hotel about a couple of weeks ago in San Francisco, and they had a noise machine by the bed, and it was amazing. It was one of the best night's sleep I ever had. So, get yourself a little noise machine, or just take a fan, turn it against the wall, or turn it against yourself if you're hot at night, and block out any ambient noises that might be going on around you. So really make that sleep sanctuary something that you put a lot of time and consideration into. It will really help you with your sleep. So the next thing is to limit caffeine and alcohol during the day, which I know is really hard to do, especially if your anxiety is high. You might turn to maybe not caffeine, but certainly alcohol as a way to depress your nervous system, because it does, right? It takes the edge off. And as women, that is a go-to that I work with a lot of my clients on, is how to dial back the alcohol that we all overconsumed during COVID with the high levels of stress that we went through. And so I would highly encourage you to either limit or eliminate alcohol, especially in the evening. If you want to have a glass of wine or a drink while you're cooking dinner or eating dinner, that's fine, but nothing after dinner, nothing close to bedtime, no nightcap. You certainly don't want to have anything too late in the evening. That's going to affect your sleep in a negative way. And if you don't get enough rest, all it does is heighten your anxiety even more. So, and caffeine during the day, same thing. If you're already in a fight or flight state, which is what most women are when they are in having anxiety, having panic attacks, or having a lot of severe anxiety, you don't want to aggravate it by having caffeine. It's one of the worst things that you can do, is just rev your adrenals up even more when they're already revved up or they're already totally depleted. So you want to find different ways. I know it's really hard to give up the coffee, especially first thing in the morning. So maybe it's just that you have 1 cup. Maybe you have a half a cup of decaf and regular until you can cut it back to decaf, which, mind you, still has caffeine in it. Or maybe you can change to something else. There's tons of coffee supplements on the market now that are caffeine free, like the mushroom coffees, the functional mushroom coffees, like mud water and things like that, that are great for you. They're great for your health. They're great for your body. And if you don't mind the taste of it, they're kind of earthy and savory. A lot of women are able to make that change very easily. Also with matcha teas, matcha is a green tea, a ceremonial green tea from Japan. It's excellent for your health. It's high in antioxidants. It's got just a little bit of caffeine, a lot less than coffee. And I have clients that are who have anxiety disorders, who are able to do matcha tea with no problem. It doesn't give them sweats or heart palpitations or any of those things that caffeine usually does. And if you're currently drinking soda right now, please stop. In the nutrition school, we called soda liquid death. And not only does soda have all sorts of terrible chemicals in it for you, but it's loaded with sugar and it's loaded with caffeine. So if you have a soda addiction, please try to find a way to carve that out with other things, whether it's sparkling water or something else that could be healthier for you. But that'll go a long way in helping your sleep and also helping your anxiety as well. Number 4 is to find things that you can do during the day that help to calm your mind. So for a lot of my clients, that's meditation. But if you're one of those people that doesn't like meditation or is uncomfortable with the idea of meditating, that's fine. It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be a gratitude journal. It could be gardening. It could be knitting. It could be listening to music or taking a walk in nature. There are many different ways that you can calm your mind. One of my favorite techniques is using box breathing. And box breathing is what the Navy SEALs use when they go into battle. And you basically breathe in a box where you breathe in for a certain number of counts. For my body, it's 4 counts. Some people it's 5, some people it's 3. You breathe in for a certain number of counts. You hold it for the same amount. You breathe out for the same amount. You hold it for the same amount. So play around with that. That is my go-to when I'm stuck in traffic in my car, or if I'm late to go someplace, or even in the grocery store line. If I find myself starting to feel anxious about things, The box breathing is really, really helpful. Nobody has any idea that you're doing it. And it's a great way to calm your nervous system down almost instantaneously. And I would recommend doing anywhere from 5 to 10 of these box style breaths at the pace that feels good to your body. All right. So number 5 is limit your screen time. A lot of women who are dealing with anxiety, especially anxiety around sleep and insomnia, don't realize the effects of blue light on their sleep. It's incredibly negative. And we have blue light everywhere now, not just in our devices, but we have them in our LED lights. And it's unavoidable. So really limiting the blue light that you can limit. You can either get yourself a pair of those blue light glasses on Amazon. I think they're pretty reasonably priced. Or you can, just turn your screens into the blue light time. So on the settings, there's a way to limit the blue light. It's called an evening screen. And it'll get rid of the blue light on things like your computer and your iPad and your e-reader and your phone. And that will allow your body to make the shift, because if you have too much blue light, it affects the amount of melatonin that your body can make. And it's really important that you're getting enough melatonin so that you can fall asleep and you can stay asleep all night. So be mindful of the screens that you have access to. And if it's at all possible, turn off your screens 60 minutes before bed and do something else. Read a book, take a bath, take a nice warm shower, play a crossword puzzle, do Sudoku, whatever it is that you like to do that 60 minutes before bed as a nice way to wind down as opposed to using a screen. And number 6, I think probably the most important thing is ask for help. If you need help and you really need to find not only somebody that can help you with your sleep, you can reach out to me. My website will be at the end of this, and I'm more than happy to chat with you about it. Or find a doctor that can help you, because there are a lot of medications that are very, very helpful for women. Maybe it is just that you're having a time in your life where you're incredibly anxious about something and you just need something to help you get up and over the hump. There are supplements that you can take. There's medications that you can take, but you need to ask for help. And that could either be from a professional or from someone like me, a board certified health and wellness coach, but find somebody in your area that you trust, that you can see, because you shouldn't have to live like this. No one should have to live like this. You should be able to get in bed and sleep 7 hours a night. That's what your body's wired to do. That's what it wants to do. And so if you're unable to find that and you've tried these tips and you're listening to me going, yeah, Shawna, I've done all these things and nothing is working, that is a sign that you need to get yourself some professional help. So please, please, please do that. And there's a free download of my book at the end of this video, Powerful Sleep, and it has a bunch of other great tips in it. But sleeping, just remember what an important part of your day and of your life sleeping is. And just know that your anxiety will get better, especially if you can put yourself to bed earlier and stay asleep all night long. So try these tips, leave me a comment, and reach out to me if I can help you with anything else. All right? Thank you.